change of variables. So now we will start the study of change of variables. Okay, so as we know, if y is a function of x, means y is equal to x square plus 2x plus 3. This is y is a function of x. Here x is called independent variable. Okay, x is called independent variable and y is called dependent variable. So here differentiation of y with respect to x is denoted by dy by dx. Now our aim is to change dependent variable into independent. Okay, it means our aim is change y to x. It means dy by dx is equal to dx by dy. So this power minus 1. So what is the change of second derivative? Okay, so first we see dy by dx is equal to dx upon dy power minus 1. Now what is d2y by dx2? So d2y by dx2 is equal to d over dx dy by dx. dy by dx is equal to dxy by dy minus 1. It means dy by dx here dx by dy minus 1. Now differentiation is possible when here y, because this is differentiation with respect to x, but we need differentiation with respect to y. So we put d dy and dxy by dy minus 1 and dy by dx. Okay, so this is equal to minus 1 dx by dy minus 2 and d2y d2x1 dy2 into this thing should be dxy dy to the power minus 1. Okay, it means d2y dx2 is equal to minus 1 d2x by dy2 into dx by dy minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, minus 3. It means if we change dependent variable into independent variable, then d2y by dx2 is equal to this thing. Okay. Similarly, third derivative means d3y by dx3. So again differentiating 1 times dy by dx d2y dx2. Okay, since value of d2y by dx2 by 2 is given above, so we will put the above value and then again differentiate. Okay, it means this is dy by dx. What is this? So this is d2x by dy2 into dx by dy to the power minus 3 with negative sign. Okay, now differentiation here, differentiation with respect to y, but here differentiation to x. So first we put d over dy, means this is d over dy, this is minus sign, and d2x by dy2 into dx by dy minus 3 and here dy by dx. This is in multiplication. Okay, now again product of two function. So this will be d3x by dy3. Second function as it is dxy dy minus 3 plus first function as it is d2x by dy2, and this minus 3 dx by dy minus 4 and d2x by dy2. Okay, in multiplication dy by dx is nothing but dx by dy to the power minus 1. Okay, now multiplying in the bracket this thing, so we get minus d3x by dy3 dx by dy to the power minus 4. This is minus 1, minus 3, minus 4, minus minus plus, so plus 3 d2x by dy2 to the power 2, means 1 is here and 1 is here, and dx by dy to the power minus 5. Okay, it means this is the value of d3y by dx3. Okay, it means d3y upon dx3 is equal to minus d3x upon dy3 dx by dy power minus 4 plus 3 d2x upon dy2 whole square dx upon dy power minus 5. Okay, it means if we need to solve differentiation with respect to x, so how we convert differentiation with respect to y? Okay, so why this substitution? So an example of change of variables means, so that the equation d2y upon dx2 is equal to a converted into the form this thing. Here this is y is dependent variable and x is independent variable, but in this differential equation here x is dependent and y is independent. So how we convert? So we have dy by dx is equal to dx upon dy to the power minus 1. Okay, and d2y upon dx2 is equal to minus d2x upon dy2 dx upon dy minus 3. Okay, so now substituting this value in given differential equation, so solution is we have here dy by dx is equal to dxy dy to the power minus 1 and d2y dx2 is equal to minus d2x by dy2 into dxy dy to the power minus 3. Okay, this value has already discussed before, means dy by dx is equal to dx upon dy to the power minus 1 and d2y by dx2 is equal to minus d2x upon dy2 dx upon dy minus 3. So putting this value, okay, it means we need only d2y upon dx2. So putting in given equation, what is equation? d2y upon dx2 is equal to a. Okay, means d2y upon dx2 is equal to a. So in place of d2y upon dx2 we will put the value of d2y upon dx2. It means minus d2x upon dy2 into dx upon dy to the power minus 3 is equal to a. Okay. Now multiplying by this thing on both the sides, so this can be written as d2x by dy2 is equal to a dx by dy power 3. Okay, so this is minus sign, so we put in right hand side, so we get d2x upon dy2 plus a dx by dy to the power 3 is equal to 0, which is the result. Okay, means this is the same thing and hence proved. Okay.